I think it's not so snowy.
Oh no, don't throw my trash I picked up.
Betty, did you leave your pot at the resort?
I wanted to, but I forgot.
Oh.
If we are lucky, the day after tomorrow might be a little bit snow.
Yeah.
The day after.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, May 18th. Well, we got out of Meadows North and also kind of in the area of Sonora Pass. And met up with a bunch of other hikers. It was pretty fun. It was like a big celebration. We ended up hiking with them yesterday, and I ended up camping at about mile 1025. Sort of a celebration of getting out of the high Sierras and returning bear canister. Turns out I was the first one to return one of Yogi's bear canister. Yay, woohoo! And of course, you know, the area kind of north of there is where there's a lot more bears. So yeah, I've got my bear hang and I got my op sack and so forth. So I have to take a little bit more precautions. But there's a lot of bear sign this morning. Bear scat, bear prints. Spending a lot of time on the trail following the bear prints. And there are a lot, and some of them are pretty darn fresh, both in the snow and in the mud. Today it's actually pretty nice. It's just like this rolling terrain you kind of see behind me. A lot of hills. I think, you know, technically there's still mountains, but it's not these huge bowls that we're seeing kind of yesterday and the previous day. Not huge amounts of exposure. We're able to stay on top of the snow. I get the sense that it's a bit thinner. It's starting to thin out a bit. I know we have probably another 100 miles of snow or so, but it looks like kind of the end is near in terms of eventually seeing it. There's a lot more bare spots. It seems to be melting out pretty darn fast. I am wearing my micro spikes today, pretty much the whole day. They kind of chew up my feet a bit. And the micro spikes, if you haven't seen them, are these little jobbers here. I don't know if you kind of caught that. But, you know, it keeps you from slipping and sliding. And yeah, they're going to wear out a bit when I'm walking in the dirt and the rocks. But, you know, the fact is they only have to make it through another 100 miles and then we're good. So I think we've got another about 50 to 60 miles to get to South Lake Tahoe. That's what we're shooting for in 3 days. I'm trying to get there by Saturday, and we'll see how it goes. But today it's been just kind of lovely. Walking by myself today. I kind of want to get used to doing that a little bit more. Kind of up north, our posse's probably going to be, we're already talking, it's probably going to break up, and that's where we're heading. Those are good sized bear tracks. Hey, look, they're going the same direction as us. We have about another day of snow and they should be clear, hopefully. Hey, what a coincidence. That giant hole is exactly my shape. Good morning. It is Thursday, May 19th, and look around me. It's mostly clear of snow. We're still walking through lots of patches. Currently at about mile 1054. Did about 23 plus about a road mile. Gotta walk around looking for the other folks. I think they may have went into town and got a burger. Of course, we had a burger the day before, so I don't know how many burgers you can. I think I'm kind of burgered out. So I didn't hitch into town. The hitch into town was like, it's like a long hitch. So, and it looked like there were lots of cars going to town. I didn't see many cars going back. In fact, I saw none. So I don't know if the folks that end up hitchhiking into town actually ever made it back. I tried to get a hold of them in my inReach, but they never go back to me, so. Oh well. Today, just lovely. Oh my gosh, I had forgotten what it's like not to do this sort of this sort of shuffling walk in slush and fearing for my life on every traverse. And now you can see behind me, it's just like, again, just almost clear snow. There's some patches, but it's just freaking glorious. I forgot what it's like to actually move fast again, and it is so much fun. I'm still doing a lot of navigation when we hit the snowy bits. Typically the snow shows up when we dive into the trees. Out here in the open, the sun's kind of melted everything, and it's been just glorious. So looking forward to a pretty good day. We're gonna snuggle up to, I think, get up to about Carson Pass. I think the snow might start again after that, a little bit. We'll see. And we'll do Carson Pass first thing in the morning, and then head into Tahoe. So again, it looking like a nice cruisy day. More bear sign. Okay, now that traverse looks pretty sketchy. This looks even sketchier up close. I think we're just gonna down climb. That's what Coop just did. We're gonna jump steps on this one. That's the pass we're heading for. It looks like it's a large part free of snow the rest of the way. Yippee! Okay, I was wrong. Not mostly snow-free. View from the saddle above Noble Lake. That's to the south. And that's where we're heading. Friday, May 20th. We're at mile about 1074 right now. Oh, it's brutally cold this morning. I think that's probably the coldest night on trail. And morning. It was just, I think the wind was just cutting, and yeah, I got my wind shirt and my Mountain Sauna on. And but the first objective today is, first big objective is Carson Pass, and you can see it's pretty snowy and steep, and fortunately it feels a little bit sheltered from the wind, so I'm not going to get totally beat up. I think it's about 800 feet of climbing or so from here, and it's just basically this big long traverse going up. Fortunately, I think I see a faint set of footprints going up, kind of guide me on my way up. It's only going to be limited helpful, but we'll see. It's pretty steep and it looks like it's melted out, but it will be a good guide in terms of hitting the right checkpoints along the way, and so I'm pretty thankful for that. Coop is taking the long way around. He lost his micro spike somewhere, so this is like, yeah, this is like certain death because it's pretty darn icy going up here. It's very crunchy. It's good kind of on the flats because the ice crystals help grab onto your shoes, but if you don't have micro spikes, it's basically certain death because you start sliding. You have to have pretty good ice axe technique in order to kind of come back in one piece. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull out my ice axe and we're going to give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. Okay, halfway through. One more big snowfield and I'll be up at the top. It's a pass. Looks like It is May 21st, Saturday. We're still on the PCT, but we're also on the Tahoe Rim Trail. Just beautiful. I mean, look at this. It's just stunning. And we camped out about 10:89, about a mile into it. It's a town day. Wow, there are a lot of down lines here. Oh, they're putting in lines. That's why there's all ropes everywhere and buried cable and fiber optics, and you can see it. It's unusual. But again, this is just a beautiful trail. And we're heading into town today. I'm gonna take a little time off from trail, actually. I'm gonna go home, see my amazing, beautiful wife, and who's been supporting me this whole time on these crazy adventures I've been going on. And I should be off for about a week and a half or so, till probably after Memorial Day. Maybe let some of the snow that I can see that's up north settle out a bit. And trying to figure out where this trail goes. And because there's all this down trees everywhere. And take a little time off, let my feet heal up a bit, let the snow melt. You know, I'm going to enjoy these last few miles. They're basically snow-free, and I think that's what we have to look forward to in a few weeks when we get a lot more melt happening. Either case, it looks like there's only snow for another 100 miles or so, maybe to mile about 1200, 1250 right now, and then it dies down quite a bit, and then we'll be able to start making speed again. And oh, I'm so looking forward to that. You know, I love snow, but I think right now we got a little bit too much of a good thing over the last 3 weeks. It was really hard. It's just slow, and you know, I love it. It's beautiful. It's hard work. You know, doing 20 miles in the snow is hard work. I think we're going to be amongst the first dozen or so people up to Tahoe, which is pretty freaking exciting. And it's been wonderful. But I think my body needs a break, my brain needs a break, and I am so looking forward to be home for just, you know, for a week and a half. I know it's going to go by like really fast. It's going to be beautiful. We should see more people on trail. A lot of this stuff is opening. A lot of things are opening up, like ranger stations, roads, and so forth on Memorial Day. So that should also open up a lot more avenues for us to be able to get around a little bit more easily.
That's what your feet look like when they're wet all the time for weeks at a time.